providing education, what you do in the real estate world. I mean, that I don't know anyone who slides into real estate with as many transferable skills as a teacher would, because you
Yeah.
are literally educating every person you talk to.
Yep.
You know a wealth more than they do. They have to trust you. You have to build that trust. And I mean, and teachers already kind of do that. You have to, your students have to trust that you're teaching them stuff too. So
Yeah. One of the things I tell people is like first time home buyers are my jam. That's my saying right there.
right. There you go.
So because and I love it when someone tells me they're buying their first house, I'm like salivating. Like, yeah, let us sit down and I will teach you because I will lay out the process for them from our very first meeting because I want them to know what they're getting into. I want them to have as many questions as they want, and I will answer all of them. I find that after my takes me about 45 minutes to get through my spiel, I get very few questions because the explanation is really good throughout the process and I hit all the steps and pause for questions here or there. But oftentimes at the end, they're like, no, no, I think you answered everything I got. And I will always leave that meeting with, if you have any further questions, text me, call me. I am here for you. I want you to be comfortable with this process before it starts.
Yeah.
And to me, that is teacher mode right there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Everything beyond that is, giving them bits and pieces of information here and there because they're never going to remember everything I said in meeting number one.
Right.
Because, we haven't written a contract yet. I just talked about it. So
Yeah.
once we get to the contract part, it's, new explanation. But
But those are
um,
refreshers kind of as you go, where like
yeah,
I find the same in the same vein when I'm giving someone a layout of what the pre-approval process looks like and what happens when you get under contract. And it's like, this feels like a lot, but you're going to recall some of this as we go through. And I'm the
mhm.
same way, man. I love first time. I would say that all the time. But first timers are also my jam. I like the educational part. I like helping some. I mean, such a big damn deal to buy a
It
house.
is.
It's almost always going to be the most expensive thing you've ever bought. And you kind of have to trust your realtor and trust your lender implicitly. I tell folks it's like picking a doctor and a doctor and a mechanic on the same day. It's like people who they know a lot more about their industry than you know, and you better hope you got to trust them to know what they're talking about.